Hey there, I'm Will Grady and I'm the founder of Futurism. Thanks so much for taking the time to entrust us with your career next steps. As a former recruiter at Google, Amazon and Meta, I've personally seen thousands of great people get skipped because their resume wasn't recruiter ready. Having it recruiter ready is really important, and it's incredibly frustrating if you don't get past the first post. And that's why I've created this resume review and report. I've stripped away the generic advice to give you an affordable way to get insider recruiter level insights without a premium price tag, so that you can stop guessing what companies want and actually implement the things that you know companies want. Okay, so I'm here ultimately to walk you through this report, so let's dive in. So as you can see at the top, we really do have just a very simple, clean summary with a score, strengths and areas to improve before we then get into the scoring methodology. Pretty self-explanatory, but it's really important for us to give you insight as to what's important in the resume and how we score. And as you can see, a large percentage of weighting goes on your impact and quantifiable achievements. Recruiters, hiring managers these days, they're not that interested in understanding what your day-to-day responsibilities are. They don't learn enough. They want to know what your results are, the impact of your work, your achievements, what you're proud of. And if you can bring data to the table to quantify that, even better. You can then see strategic positioning and hook, credibility and technical relevance, context and professionalism, before we then get into actually breakdown of your CV. Now, it's really important to stress that this is a personal breakdown. This is not generic. This is exclusive and personal to you. So we'll start off with headline. We'll see if there is a headline, a professional headline that you have. If you don't, there'll be one suggested. If there are, we'll look at potentially offering some additional ones that might give more impact into the role that you're in. We'll look at career summary and bio. There's a suggestion there written by the AI tool to give you some ideas around what you can write to make a compelling career bio, specific to you and your domain. We'll look at contact details, making suggestions around that. It could be adding a LinkedIn profile, your personal website or portfolio. All these things can make a difference and very nuanced in the world of recruitment. Before we really get into the nitty-gritty, and that is the work experience. The first thing we'll do is we'll take a look at the organizations that you've worked for and see if there's an ability there to provide some additional information around them. There can be some really good data points for recruiters to pick up on. We'll look at the roles that you've been in. We'll look at the achievements that you may have detailed, and we'll break down any information that you've put on your existing CV or resume, and then start to give feedback on each point. You can see here, negotiating contracts of over £20 million. Whilst that's a notable contract value, and the tool has picked up on this, we don't really learn a lot. So you'll see the blue areas are questions that are used to dive deeper, to extrapolate more information from the actual example you've provided. What was the outcome of the negotiating these contracts? How did the contracts impact the business? Were there any KPIs improved as a direct result of that? Lots of information there to ultimately make the example richer and better. And this is what the tool will do when it feels it's appropriate to do so. You'll see here, there's one here around moving one supplier's portfolio to a self-service booking portal, streamlining the work of an internal department. Now, the tool has picked up that whilst that's an impactful change, there's no results here, nothing mentioned about time saved, nothing about cost reduction or efficiency movements. So questions are raised about, what questions can be used to kind of extrapolate more information to make it richer and better. The tool will also suggest additional achievements. And you can see that here. These aren't looking to embellish. They're just looking to kind of get those creative juices flowing. So you can think about perhaps any other achievements you may have had in that role that are relevant to that field. Again, highly personalized, highly specific to you. And as you go through the document, you can see through a traffic light system where the green areas are highlighted, you will see that this is clearly an endorsement. It's positive feedback on the example provided. But again, some additional achievements are always suggested if it feels that it is suitable to do so. As we scroll down, and I'm not going to go through everything here, but again, you can see there is mixed feedback here with some really strong feedback, some insufficient feedback with questions used to dive deeper, and then ultimately other suggestions as well. We'll go into skills. We'll give feedback on the skills, again, providing suggestions. Education, professional development, an important one, particularly in the world of technology and engineering. And then we'll look at, importantly, AI detection. So a lot of people these days are using AI tools to create or at least build the foundations of their resumes. There are a lot of tools that will pick up on that now with recruiters. So the AI detection, very simple, is there just to see if there's any common AI text patterns in your document. If there are, it will highlight those for you. You can see here on this particular example, there aren't, but if there are, that will be highlighted, and then you can obviously then humanize them, make the necessary changes, any edits that you feel that might be necessary. So you can see that the report will go through everything from top to bottom to really give you suggestions, achievements, and also ask questions to really kind of enhance the current information that you've got in your resume. I'm absolutely confident that if you follow this report and the suggested changes and the feedback that's provided, you will see a tangible difference in success in terms of your application, interview ratios, etc. Thanks so much for entrusting us to support you, and good luck with your job search. Good luck with your CV, your resume, and we hope to see you again in the future. Thank you.